whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Welcome to Talking Horror with Jamie and Nikisha.
Hi, I'm Bryan.
And I'm Nikisha, and this is Talking Horror with Nikisha and
Bryan. For
yes,
today.
for today, where we share our love for all things scary and talk horror through the lens of human behavior. Welcome, everyone. Such exciting times because today Bryan and I are giving you our firsthand experience at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. Such a fun time. Very excited to discuss all of the horror movies that we had the opportunity to see. What I want to first ask, though, Bryan, is how did we get into South by Southwest? How did we become this cool? Can you talk about that?
I don't know the answer to that. I don't think we are that cool. However, I just applied and I put our information in, and I had to, write letters of recommendation for you and Jamie and myself. And we and we got in. We got in full press, and then I was like, cool. I can't believe this. So then I applied for the Overlook Film Festival in New Orleans, and we got in. So I'll be going there in 3 weeks. And I'll be seeing a lot of these same movies over again, some that I missed at this festival, and then brand new ones that I'm very excited for. So that should be really fun. But we're talking about South by Southwest today. It was in Austin, Texas. This was our first one. It was kind of a dream. It was tiring, and we weren't even there for the whole time. I missed the first day and the last day. No, I missed the first day and the last 2 days, and you were only there for 2 days.
Yes.
So we saw as much as we possibly could. There's going to be a lot missing from here. We'll mention the ones that we did not see, but it was a dream, truly.
It was. And for those who might not be familiar with South by Southwest, so it is a combination of a music festival and a film festival where, at least for us, we were in the TV and film department, and we got to see a lot of premieres of indie films, feature-length films that are about to come out. And it was a festival for a week, from Thursday to Thursday. Yes, if correct me if I'm
I think
wrong.
so. Mm-hmm. It's usually 2 weeks, but they've condensed it into one.
Yes. So we got to see a lot of horror movies before they came out. And also the fun thing is that a lot of the writer-directors / actors also come to watch the movies with us. So I know we're going to talk about that because it was really surreal. A little bit of insight having John Stamos 3 rows behind us watching
that was
this
wild.
movie with him. That was nuts.
I forgot he was in the movie, and then I turned around and I saw Uncle Jesse. I was like, oh, that's right, he's in this.
Right, exactly. Yes. So today we're just going to be kind of recapping our experiences and talking about some of the movies, hopefully getting you excited about some of the movies that are about to come out or movies that are already released, because I think some have already been released, like Ready or Not 2.
Yeah, by the time you listen to this, Ready or Not 2 will be out.
Yes, fantastic. So we're going to go about this how we do our which episode, the
or best of the year
rankings. Yes, best of the year. Thank you. Rankings, and just kind of going through, because Bryan, like he mentioned, got to see a little bit more movies than I did. And once we get to a movie that we both saw together, we'll fully discuss those. So I'll kick it off and let Bryan start.
Great. So I saw 14 movies. Woo! And Nikisha, you saw 5.
Yes, and I also want to put this in perspective for people too. Like, you were there how many days, Bryan?
The days I was watching movies was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So really only 4 days. I saw 14 movies in 4 days.
In 4 days, okay?
Yeah.
And I saw 5 movies in 2 days in like a 48-hour time span. So when Bryan said it was tiring but great, it was tiring but great.
Yeah, I wish... And here's the thing. I wish I had seen more. And you'll be very pleased to know I only fell asleep twice, and not for the whole movie, just for parts of a movie. I'll mention which ones I did fall asleep during.
Yes.
But yeah, and also like also factor in the fact that we were waiting in line a lot. So this is how the
Yeah.
lines worked. So Nikisha and I had press badges. This is the first year that they did reservations. So I'll explain to you
Mm-hmm.
how that worked. So
Mm-hmm.
essentially there was a portal for us. We would go online, we would sign in, and we were able to book up to 4 movies per day via reservations. What does that mean? That just means it held a spot for us, not a seat, but like a half guaranteed slot. So then you get your schedule, you work out your schedule. This was also, keep in mind that this was in multiple theaters in Austin. It was at the
Mm-hmm.
Paramount, the State, the Alamo, and a lot of other satellite locations like the Zach Theater, as well as some further out ones. So what you would do at every movie, there were 3 lines. The first line was the film and TV badge reservation line. That was the one that Nikisha and I would wait in. That one, it's first come, first serve. When you're in line about an hour, 40 minutes beforehand, they give you a ticket essentially to guarantee your spot in that theater. And then you give that ticket as you're walking in. No assigned seats, you're just going to find your seat. A lot of the seats were reserved for like cast and crew and things like that. So that's how that first line went. Then there was a standby line. The standby line were for people who did not have reservations but had film and TV badges.
Yes.
I would say it depended on how big and popular the movie was, but a lot of standby did get in. For instance, I did get into a standby movie. Nikisha and I got into a standby movie. Yeah, and and Nikisha didn't get into a standby movie. So we'll talk about that. And then the third line was general admission. If you did not have general admission, essentially for that day, don't have a badge, just want to see the movie, could you get in if there was space? I don't know how that line went, but anyway, that was that's how the line system worked. I liked how the line system worked. I was talking to people who had been there many years before, and like their favorite thing about this year was that like they didn't have to get there 2 hours early to guarantee themselves a spot. They had a reservation. However, there were 5 more movies this year, which made it a lot more difficult to manage your schedule running around Austin, because that meant that there were more showings of things, and it just got a little bit more chaotic, which I found interesting. But we were able to, we made a decision to kind of like not do interviews, not do any of that stuff. Let's go there, let's see the movies and report back on the movies, and that's what we did. So that was kind of, and we would eat our protein bars as we were traveling.
In line.
We would just like pick, if we had like an hour, we'd be like, oh my God, we went to Torchy's Tacos. We went to La Barbecue. We had some incredible barbecue.
I got some merch that I'm wearing. If you're watching
hell yeah.
YouTubes. Yes.
Oh yeah. I also got merch too, which if you're watching us on YouTube, I also got merch.
You got the shirt.
I got the shirt. And Nikisha, on the back is every movie that premiered at South by Southwest this year.
Jealous. That's a nice one. Yeah.
But yeah, we had Torchy's Tacos. We were in Austin. We had Torchy's Tacos. We had La Barbecue, which is a great spot. Then I went to Terry Black's Barbecue, which I thought I hadn't been to, but I had, and it's great, and it was totally worth it. It was wonderful. I rode some scooters around town, and spent a lot of money on Ubers.
Lots of money on Ubers and Waymo, but just that one time. You'll see it on our social media.
Yes, exactly. Oh, Waymos. Oh my God, that was crazy.
That was nuts. My mom called me later that day and was like, I was stressed out for you. in that Waymo. She watched the video. It was like, why would you subject yourself to that? I'm like, well, it's been
I did not take another one. It was offered to me on Uber, but I did not take another one.
No. One is
and
enough.
And then we met a lot of our contemporaries, or I mean, they're not, but like other influencers, I'll say.
Contemporaries, yes.
Yeah, like we've had Horror Chronicles Sydney on this podcast. We've had Chuck, your movie guy, on this podcast. And I met them in person, and they're lovely. I also met Room for Scream Gigi. I met Slasher Reviews. Dylan. I met Justin, who was Slasher Talk. I met Destiny Chamberlain. I met a lot of other people, and from afar I saw some people like Movies Are Therapy, Sydney Volpe, Cinema Joe, Clara. It was just George, like a lot of these TikTokers that I see every single day. That was super cool. Oh, Seth, Seth from Seth Loves Movies, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I forget his handle off the top of my head, but it was so fucking cool. And I just will say, they are just as nice, inclusive, passionate, and genuine as they are on their social medias. Like, that's why, to me, that's why they connect with people, because like that's just who they are. And they were delightful. I hung out with them a little bit. I did karaoke with them. Oh man, oh my gosh, Nikisha, one night I did karaoke.
News to me, come on.
So I got to, I'll talk about it, but I saw Imposters. I had to run across town to see Imposters.
That you got it, though. Yeah.
And I got in, like, there were still seats left for me. That was great. I forget what I came from. But I saw Imposters, and while I was leaving, I was like, I'll just get a drink in the highball, or that's the bar at the Alamo. And then everybody's in there doing karaoke, so I joined them. A couple other people were in there. Sam Zimmerman was in there, who I sat next to during Hokum, who is now with Blumhouse, but it was originally with Shudder. Ryder Strong was in there. I did a shot with Ryder Strong.
You have got to be shitting me, Bryan.
No, that's true. Yeah, I did a shot with Sean Hunter. We talked about
Unwell.
Cabin Fever.
I hate this. I love it, and I hate this so much. I'm fuming right now.
One of the actresses from Obsession was there. I was chatting with her. The friend, the female friend in Obsession.
Yes.
Was there, and there were a couple other super cool people. Yeah, it was very cool. Everyone was super nice. Everyone was just so happy to be there. And it makes me really excited to see all these people again and watch movies with them again in New Orleans. And then I'm really going to try to get us into Fantastic Fest in Austin.
Yes.
And Fantastic Fest is just at the Alamo. So you get there in the morning and you don't have to Uber anywhere. It's there it's like a week of movies at the Alamo.
Beautiful.
So I really want to do that. And then I want to do the Philadelphia Film Festival. I'll do, because obviously I don't have to go anywhere. And then you can do Fantasia Fest, which is in Montreal, but you can do it remotely. So I might do that. I'm going to try and apply for that too, and I'll get that for all of us. But anyway, this was really exciting. We got to see movies before they came out. It was fun. Anyway, that was my ramblings and rantings.
No, this
I rode
is
a scooter.
Great. Like, I'm okay, but you didn't sing a karaoke song.
I did.
Need to know.
Well, no, I did not sing a karaoke song. I put in for "Don't Stop Me Now" by Queen, but it was already 2:00 in the morning, and they hadn't played it yet, and everyone was starting to trickle away. So I was like, I got to go back to the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Because I have like a couple more movies tomorrow, which one of them I slept a little bit through. But
it's okay.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.
And then I met Midnight Screaming. She was super nice as well. She's from the Texas, like in the area, so she came, and that was I'd been following her for a while. I sat next to her during something I don't remember. Yeah, it was awesome. It was really, really fun. Had a great time.
That's awesome.
I can't wait this will not be our last time. I can't wait to do it again. I want to go for the whole time. It was, one day was 91 degrees. Another day was like 65. Yeah. Then one day it was like 22 in the morning. Like, the weather was crazy.
It was nuts. Good thing though that it wasn't raining, or at least at the time. Did it rain while you were there? It didn't rain while I was there.
No.
Okay. So I don't mind, the varying of temperatures, but yeah. It
got really windy, and I got into an Uber and the door bonked my head because it was so windy.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. But it was still nice to be in 80-degree weather, especially
don't get me. I'm not complaining.
No,
totally.
for sure. Yeah. But it was nice for the moments that it did hit that we wore shorts. Like,
we wore shorts. Yeah.
But we've been in the throes of winter here in the Northeast, so it
Yeah.
was so nice to pack a pair of shorts and actually get a chance to wear them and not feel crazy, you know. Just
Yes.
the little things.
The little things, but man, it was a blast. It was honestly, like, speaking for myself, it was a dream come true. I've been watching movies and reviewing movies, and not just horror, but like I just love movies.
Yeah.
We joke that like so many people during speeches during our wedding, Jamie and I's wedding, just mentioned how much I love movies. And
Yes.
like Jamie's like, why aren't you marrying movies? Like I love them. This is something I never thought I'd be able to do, and it was a dream. And quite frankly, for me personally, I didn't really care about like watching the cast and the crew up there, like the director. That's a nice perk, obviously.
For sure.
But for me, it's just all about like seeing the movie and absorbing it and like just like sleeping on it and thinking about them. Yeah, obviously it's nice to hear from the director what they were thinking and things like that, and how the actors approach the material. But like that's just kind of the cherry on top of all of this for my taste, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah, because it's a different situation or a different scenario, watching and absorbing a brand new movie that no one has seen with other cinephiles, as opposed to, you know, going to a theater and seeing like a new release with varying people who have varying opinions about the movie or just movies in general. Because I think,
and also there's like,
go ahead, sorry.
There's no hype. Like we saw these movies with knowing nothing about them, so it felt like going in not having watched a trailer or anything like that. You know, like that was really nice. And you and I walked out of some of these being like, the only one that there was really actual hype for because people had seen it already was Obsession.
Yes.
I think we'll go through, but like that was the one that like had a lot of to live up to, and we'll talk about it. But there was no like, we just went in fresh. Not doing the movie fresh.
Right. Though a great movie. But it was just, nice. And even standing in lines, like, and we'll also talk about this too, but when I was standing in the Hokum standby line after we had watched Obsession, it was everyone who was at Obsession was in the line for Hokum. So everyone was just talking about the movie. And it was cool to like I didn't know any of these people I'm standing in line with, but I was like, sorry to jump in, but this is what I thought too. Like, I'm agreeing with what you're saying. And it was like a fun community experience, like a human to human experience, you know,
totally,
which was like something that I didn't realize I would get from this. Cause I enjoy movies, but like Bryan is the movie guy, you know? And so like having this experience be a very nice connector of humanity was also just like a nice,
that's a good point.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, especially around art.
Yes, exactly. Because we both enjoy, like, our backgrounds are art, you know, so it's nice to absorb just art with other people who love it and can have their commentary on it, and it be just an open free space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Great. Should we get into these lists? I
want to know everything. Let's go.
Okay. So at number 14, I have Ugly Cry.
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh.
But we'll talk about that when we get to your list, and we both have seen
yes. Okay.
At number 13, I have Rock Springs. That's all. We saw that. You stood together, right?
No, we didn't.
Oh, you didn't see Rock Springs? Oh, okay.
No, you saw Rock Springs. Yeah.
Okay, so Rock Springs is a film about an Asian family who moves to Rock Springs, Wyoming. They are grieving the loss of their father, or the father of the family, and there's something in the woods. This is also tied into the Rock Springs Massacre, which was a real thing where white people from town decided to kill the Asian railroad workers because of racism. And so it kind of ties in this past story, this brutal past story, and like what these people are going through. Just for the record, we are not going to spoil any of these movies. We are only going to talk about what the like tagline plot is, and if we liked it, what we did like about it, what we didn't. We will not be spoiling anything for you. You can still, these are, I just want to like be very clear.
Thank you for the reminder, because I'm like just ready to go in on these movies.
Yeah, I know.
No, they haven't come out yet.
So I found this movie to be really interesting and well acted. I think it is a gorgeously shot movie. I think the last 10 minutes are really emotionally moving. And I think that this movie does something, uh, talks about something that I don't hear a lot of in movies, which is like how to handle grief in a cultural way. I thought that was really interesting. However,
Fascinating.
this movie's narrative structure is something that I did not jive with. I thought that the way that this story was told, it felt a little repetitive at times,
Okay.
and it also like kind of halted momentum. This gets like really gory, but like upsettingly gory because of how it's doing the gore. And then there's also something that's kind of laughable about this movie when it's juxtaposed like the seriousness it's taking. So like, I'll just leave it at that. If this had been structured differently, I think that I would have liked it a lot more because there is a lot to like about this movie, and I love horror movies that tie in real life events into their plot, into their narrative. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on Rock Springs. It's fine. I gave it 2.5 stars out of 5.
Okay, sounds good.
Um,
Oh, also, could you? Sorry, this might be an extra ask. When does Rock Springs come out?
Oh, I wrote all these down. Thank you.
Oh,
this does
great.
not have a wide release yet.
Okay, great.
Next at number 12, I have Bagworm.
Curious
Bagworm,
your thoughts on that. Yeah.
was weird.
Okay.
Bagworm is about this like loser, loner, like misogynist, weird fucking guy who nothing is going right in his life. He steps on a rusty nail and he basically like starts to like have a psychosis and go down this rabbit hole, and he has to figure out like, is something happening around him, or like are people like being weird to him, or has something infected him from stepping on that nail.
Okay.
I don't really have anything more to say to that about this movie than it's like, it's weird. I think it's well acted. It's weird, and in the end, I think I liked it. But like, I'm not thinking a lot about it, if that makes sense. And
it's not saying anything new, I guess, you know?
Yeah, I gave this like 2.5, 3 stars.
Okay.
Out of 5.
Yeah.
At 11, I have 15. Oh, Bagworm does not have a wide release yet, nor does 15, what I'm about to talk about. 15 is a Spanish language horror movie about 2 girls who are getting ready for their quinceañera when some crazy fucking shit happens. I am not going to spoil this movie because I went in blind and I did not know that what this movie was this movie. You know what I mean? Like, you think it's going to be one thing and it's like fucking not one thing at all. Good performances. I think that it gets repetitive at some points. I think that they could have been sped up a little bit. Some awesome gnarly scenes. And the end of this movie is pretty fucking gnarly. It is so I'll just keep it at that. I think this is worth it. I gave this 3 stars, and again, this does not have a wide release. But that is again, we're going through these quickly because like I could go in more depth, but I don't want to spoil. I'm going to be pretty vague about some of these. Yeah. But keep these all on your radar. These are all worth watching, if that makes sense.
That's good to know. Yes, for the people.
Yeah. At number 10, I have Buddy.
I don't even know what that is.
So Buddy, I gave 3.5 stars. This does not have a wide release currently, but I think either Netflix or Shudder purchased it, so it's going to be streaming some sooner than later. Right. Buddy is by the same person who did Too Many Cooks. If you know Too Many Cooks,
yes.
It's basically Too Many Cooks meets Barney. It is like a Barney type television show with a character named Buddy. And then Buddy basically goes fucking nuts and starts to like lash out at the kids, and they have to fight back, and their parents get involved. This thing is fucking crazy. This, like, you saw Mr. Crockett, right?
Yes, I did.
You see, yeah. This, like, I feel like this falls in the same like realm as that one. This one is nuts. It is gory. The costuming is fantastic. The special effects are great. I did fall asleep at parts in this one. So I
Okay.
wonder if it gets repetitive or not. But but the fact that I fell asleep and could still like piece things together, this really is just about the gore and the like irreverent
Mm,
humor of it, if you will. This cast is stacked. I'm not going to spoil it for you. If you want to look, you
hmm.
can look. But I was shocked when some of these people showed up.
Okay.
But this was a lot of fun. The audience ate this one up. This
I can
one, yeah.
imagine.
So this is again no wide release as of yet, but that wouldn't surprise me when this is announced for sure.
Wow,
Um,
Timothy Cooks, you brought back a memory with
hell
that one.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, then okay, at number 9, I have Ready or Not 2. Here I Come.
Okay.
Which I know we saw
Yes.
together, so we'll wait to get to that one.
Yes.
Um, then at 7, I have I Love Boosters,
Which we both also
which
watched. Yes.
we both watch, but we'll get to
Mm-hmm.
that when we get
Mm-hmm.
there. At number 7, I have Forbidden Fruits.
Yes. Okay.
So
And there was a booth right at South by Southwest that um had Forbidden Fruit merch, or am I thinking of another movie?
I
It
don't
was by
know,
the
maybe.
Obsession booth.
Oh no, that was like the Lethal. That was the ballerina movie,
Oh, never mind. Different
which I
one.
didn't. I didn't get to see that. I didn't get to see Monitor. I didn't get to
Okay.
see Chili Finger, and I didn't get to see Grind, and I didn't get to see American Dollhouse,
Mm,
or some Never After Dark, or no, I don't remember. Um,
okay.
um, but Forbidden Fruits. Forbidden Fruits is produced by Diablo Cody. You'd think she wrote it.
Hmm.
This movie is about 4 women who work in a mall at like a a hip clothing store, but they have like a little bit of a excuse me, they have a little bit of a coven, a witch coven, and it's kind of just like their interaction with each other. There's an actual plot here, but I'm not going to go into it at all.
Okay.
Um, this is Lily Reinhart. She's wonderful.
Hmm.
What's her name? Victoria Pedretti from
Yeah.
the Hill House, the Flanagan stuff.
All the
Um,
Flanagan things. Yeah.
yeah, this one's really good. This one
Okay.
is Mean Girls meets The Craft meets Jennifer's Body meets Heather's meets Giallo. Um, this is doing a lot, and I think sometimes it's unfocused. But I kind of let that slide because of how much fun this is. This is like you watching like, oh, this is a cult classic. Like I already know
Okay.
that this
Okay.
one is a cult classic. Um,
With that being
the
said,
moment
though, do you feel like it's gonna get bad reviews and but still be a cult classic, or do you think it'll still get good reviews and is a cult classic? You know what I mean?
this movie is for very specific people, so I think the reviews will be split. It's not going to have like 100%. It's not going to have like a 0%. It'll
Okay.
probably have like anywhere from 40 to 60, maybe higher than 60. That is not reflective of how much you will enjoy this movie if this is in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Um, I think that this movie is doing some really great things. I think that the director of this movie, this is their first feature, very promising.
Hmm.
I dug this. This one comes out March 27th. So that's
Okay.
in 2 weeks from when you're listening to this, or 1 week. That's
Yeah.
one
One
week
week.
away from
Hmm.
you listening to this. And if you're listening to it after it, go see it. It's totally worth it. Yeah, I dug this a lot.
Okay.
Our audience did too. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Love
Um,
it.
cool. At number 6, I have Imposters.
Okay.
Imposters, that there's no date for this one either. But Imposters is one of the movies I'm actually thinking about the most because of its message, which I'm not going to obviously spoil here.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
because this movie is about a couple who moves to basically an upstate New York town, I think, and they are having trouble with their marriage. Long story short, their infant son is taken, and the wife figures out a way to get the son back, and chaos ensues. I'm not going to tell you anything else about this movie. Jessica Roth plays the mother in this. You might remember her from Happy Death Day. She's fantastic in this movie.
Okay.
She's really good. She was there along with the director and some of the producers talking about the film. I I really dug this. This was very much up my alley. This is not a horror comedy. This is a horror thriller sci-fi type of movie that just keeps like revving up, amping up. About midway through this movie, I was ready for them to get to like not the end, but like I was like, okay, we can truncate this. Like we can get to
Right, we can wrap it up.
The stuff. Yeah, like we
Yeah.
can get to like the middle of Act 2 already. I get it. But yeah, I really like this. It's saying something in a movie with this plot, and I obviously am not going to spoil it, that I've never seen a movie with this type of plot do before. And I appreciated that, and I'm definitely thinking about this one a lot. There are like 3 or 4 movies I'm thinking about a lot, and this is one of them. Even though it's at 6, it might like the more I think about it, it might get boosted up, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. So that was my 6. Nikisha, why don't you go? What's your 5?
Yes. So my 5, I'm pulling up. If you guys didn't hear in the last episode, I finally got a letterbox.
Yeah. We had so much fun with Letterbox, like finishing the movie and like opening our letterboxes together and like liking each other's and stuff like that. Yeah.
Things and commenting, which was also a fascinating thing at the festival, is everyone was exchanging letterbox profiles.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, what's your Instagram, what's your TikTok? It's like, what's your letterbox, which I also thought was just like a new world.
And the best is when you get out of a movie with everybody, you like refresh your letterbox page and it's like 10 people saw Leviticus or 10 people saw, it was very cool.
Like Ugly Cry or something,
Yeah.
Oh my God. Which, speaking of, Ugly Cry is my number 5. So we can get into that. Do you want to give a little bit of the plot before we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugly Cry is about an actress living in LA who is having trouble with her boyfriend, and she's feeling very insecure about herself. And she kind of goes to great lengths and starts to kind of go spiral, essentially, and have psychosis while trying to navigate being an actress in LA, and chaos ensues. This does not have a wide release yet. This is going to be at Overlook Film Festival, and I will not be seeing this a second time.
Yeah.
I gave this 2
also...
stars.
Oh, 2 stars? Okay. Yeah, I gave it 2.5 stars, but I just wanted to point out this was also a movie where you fell asleep a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I fell asleep a little bit in this movie, and I didn't miss a thing.
You didn't? No.
Because at the end of the day, this could have been a 20-minute short.
Yes. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I was excited about this when I was looking at all of the movies and seeing which ones we were wanting to prioritize and see, mostly because, of course, it's about an actress, so there's already some relevance there in my world. And Bryan and I discussed this immediately after. It wasn't really saying anything new. There were some moments where I could relate as an actor in some specific things and what it means to be an actor, do a self-tape, all those things that were cool to just see on screen. But overall, it felt very one note. It felt very at the same level throughout. So that's why I gave it 2.5 stars. The things that fascinated me the most were just the relatability of what it means to be an actor, the technical things.
The self-tape stuff was awesome.
It was cool, and it was fun because we're just all laughing at ourselves and how stupid it can be if you've ever done a self-tape in your life, and like all the technical aspects of it and the links that directors casting want you to go through to put something on tape for them. And it's like, I don't have a whole studio in my house, y'all. What is the deal? I can't do this for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This felt like this was her first feature. She wrote it, directed it, and starred in it. It felt a little bit like someone who needed to go to therapy and make the movie, as opposed to use the movie as therapy. I'm not saying that that's what happened. I'm saying that's what it felt like to me. The character, there wasn't enough build. That's what it really was.
Yes.
The character, like, it just did, like, what'd you say? Like the tension,
it's very
or
one note, and it was
one note.
Yeah,
yeah.
Very one note.
And then, yeah, totally. And the stuff that really worked for me wasn't earned in some ways.
Yeah. Yes. But can I say that is my favorite take I've ever heard you say about any movie in all of the podcasts that we watched.
Oh, the therapy
was
one?
the therapy thing. I'm like, that is spot on about
I said
this.
it to
Like,
Sydney,
that is my favorite take.
who's a therapist.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh my God, that's that's the perfect
Yeah.
way to describe this movie.
Thank
Yeah.
God, it's so good because that is the perfect way to describe it. Like, go to therapy, but you had money and well, we don't know her situation, and I'm not judging her situation, but like,
but
yeah,
I think the movie could have been more interesting in its reflection if you didn't, if you had kind of broken it down and figured it out in therapy. Again,
yes.
I don't know what the situation is. That's what it felt like.
Yes, just from an outsider's perspective, like what you're presenting on stage, it felt a lot to be desired. Like, we're not going deep enough. Like, let's get into the nitty gritty of it all. And it felt very surface level, presenting as something that was deep that was not.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Another great way to describe it, for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great.
Again, this does not have a wide release schedule just yet. My number 5 is Drag.
Okay, we'll wait for that then.
Okay.
My number 4 is Ready or Not.
Okay, let's talk about Ready or Not.
I gave it 3 stars out of 5.
So did I.
Oh, great. And then it's already out right now.
Yeah, this is out. Yes. Actually, Jamie's not here right now because she's seeing it right now. Yes, because we saw it already, but also she would have nothing to talk about in this episode.
Yes.
She'd just be like, she's already heard all these stories and me talking about these. Yeah.
But I did see on Instagram that she went to go see it. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
And she had a nice little fancy influencer thing on her chair. It's like,
yeah, influencer thing, and she won a giveaway.
What?
Yeah, and she got a cool hat. Apparently, she's texting me now.
Yes. Oh, I love that. Yes. Yeah. So I gave it a 3 stars. Let me give you you can do the plot. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself if you want to.
Oh, yeah. Ready or Not 2 basically takes place right after the first Ready or Not, where Grace now realizes that there's like another level to the game. And this time she pulls in her estranged sister, played by Catherine Newton, and chaos ensues. The long and short of it. And this is out already. So watch it.
Go watch it, and we'll have a whole episode on it too to get like.
Yeah, next week's episode is Ready or Not 2. Here I come.
Yeah. This was one of my anticipated movies of the year because I loved the first one, though I know sequels can be very tricky, especially like direct sequels. So like Bryan said, it's the events that happened like right after. I think that I liked the sisterly bond between the 2 lead actresses. I thought that was really fun to watch because I do love both of them respectively as scream queens. So it was really nice to see them joined together for this. I think if you liked the first one, you'll like the ride, the continuing ride of the second one. But I don't feel like there was anything new and exciting about the sequels. Yeah. But that's just like, I think a sequel flaw sometimes, you know?
Yeah, especially with this one. Because the first one, you're having a wild ride. You're figuring out things along with her. But as an audience member, there's still the mystery of it. Is this all bullshit or real? And you're waiting for that. But going into the second one, you know the answer to that. So while you're still having the bloody fun, and the performances are great, and Samara Weaving is wonderful, and her chemistry with Catherine Newton is spectacular, and the new actors like Sarah Michelle Gellar and Sean Hattasey, who is the best part of the movie, and you have the juxtaposition of the siblings, the twin siblings, Sarah Michelle Gellar and Sean Hattasey, and the other siblings, Samara Weaving and Catherine Newton. There's some amazing sequences in this movie. One of my favorite sequences ever from these 2 movies is in this movie, and we'll talk about that in more detail in the other one. But like at the end of the day, this was a lot of fun in the theater, but I'm not thinking about it because there's no surprise at the end. Not surprise, but there's no like mystery. There's no like other layer at the end of this movie.
It's the same
that
formula.
the first one has. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like it's good, but it's not
Mhm.
great. The first one's great. This one is really good and a solid sequel.
Right. And a solid sequel because the formula is the same, but
Yeah.
you would want some sort of new thing like we've mentioned in it. But
it's also much more of a horror comedy than the first one, and it is actually genuinely funny. The first one's I'd consider a horror comedy, but it's not as funny as this one is, like actual laugh out loud funny.
Yeah. And like you said, the audience, like everyone had a good time.
Yeah. Everyone had a good time
watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Would you say this was definitely gorier than
probably
the first one?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, this is definitely gorier than the first one because people explode much faster in this one than the first one.
Like in the first couple minutes. Yeah.
So. All right.
Nice.
That was your 4?
Yes.
All right. My 4 is Hokum.
Talk about it, because I was in the standby line for that, like I mentioned, because it was right after Obsession, so everyone who didn't have a reservation for Hokum ran into the line. It was wrapped around the building. So we all were kind of like, we're not going to get into this, but we just stayed and waited anyway, and unfortunately I wasn't able to.
Did you get close?
But Bryan did. No, I didn't even get close. I was still in the alley.
Oh, you were?
Like wrapped around by the garbage cans outside.
Damn.
Yeah. That was nuts.
Yeah, so I saw Hokum. This comes out May 1st. So we're not that far away from it. This is Damien oh my god, why can't I think of his name right now? I've been saying it all week.
Is it because you've been saying it all week?
Yeah. Damien McCarthy. Oh my gosh. This is Damien McCarthy's new movie. He did Caveat and Oddity. I really liked this movie. This movie is genuinely scary. It stars Adam Scott as a writer who is going through something, and he travels to Ireland to basically like throw the remains of his parents away, and he stays in basically a haunted Irish hotel. Chaos ensues. This movie is actually scary.
Okay.
He does folk horror vibes so well. There are some incredible sequences in this movie. This is one of the movies that I keep thinking about because I can't wait to see it again. This has a couple of layers that I'm still trying to work through from a like meta perspective. So Adam Scott's giving a great performance here. The set design, especially because you're in one room for a long time, is wonderful. And the narrative didn't totally work for me in some places. And that's what I want to see again. See if on second viewing this meshes a little bit more, and if it's more emotionally impactful, if you will. But I would highly recommend this. I mean, this is an exceptionally made movie. And I'm really this is the movie of all these movies I'm looking forward to seeing a second time.
Okay.
But again, this comes out May 1st. I don't want to say anything really more about it. We'll cover it on the podcast for sure.
For sure. And I feel like one of Adam Scott's kind of first like horror performances. I mean, I know Severance is on like the more drama side, and I am more familiar with him with his comedies, Parks and Rec and The Good Place. Did you feel like it translated well, him being in that horror
he was
space?
great. He was fantastic.
Yeah.
He carries this movie.
That's great. And as far as you saying it being scary, or like it's genuinely like scary, do you find that it was more jump scary, or was it more like tension building, unsettling? You're
both.
Thinking about this scary.
There's both in this movie. Yeah, definitely.
Great.
And then we got chalk afterwards, so we can draw circles around us to keep the demons away.
As you should. You should have got some salt in there too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, but this was really good.
Nice.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
What's your number 3?
I love boosters.
All right. I Love Boosters is Boots Riley a new movie. Boots Riley did Sorry to Bother You with Lakeith Stanfield, who's in this movie. Um,
Hmm.
I Love Boosters comes out May 22nd. This is about a group of women who are stealing designer clothes from stores and reselling it in order to kind of basically get back at the designer played by Demi Moore, who is the worst. That is like literally, if you saw Sorry to Bother You, you know that that's just like the basic plot. This thing cranks up to 11, and then it cranks up to 150. This thing is crazy. I had a great time. Nikisha and I waited in standby for this one and got in.
Yes.
Oh,
We got
Buddy
it.
was the other one I waited in standby for and got in.
Oh, great.
But yeah, we waited. This was our first movie at South by Southwest,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Boots Riley came out with his big hat, and talked about the movie. I had a blast.
Yes. Big hat, tiny boots.
Big hat,
Boots
tiny
Riley. Yeah, I didn't know anything going into this except Kiki Palmer was in the movie. And
Mhm.
so if, like Bryan said, if you've seen Sorry to Bother You, which we both have, it's the same vibes. And I think I'm having more of an appreciation of kind of absurdity commentary on
Mhm.
things, which I think Boots Riley really kind of nails and zones in on. So I had a really good time watching it. And like, Sorry to Bother You, I feel had more of a slow build into like
Mhm.
the absurdity of things. I think Sorry, I Love Boosters like started off one third of the movie one way, but then like got up to maybe 40, like 2/3 of the way, and then like 100, like the
Mhm.
last third of the way. So
Uh-huh.
I think I might have would have liked it a little more if it was more continuity between the two, as opposed to it really
Sure.
just kind of like big chunks of, and here we are at
Mhm.
this moment. But I thought the performances were fun. I enjoyed the commentary on boosters. Like, I didn't know that that was an actual term for people who do those
Yeah, I had no
things.
idea.
So I thought that was cool to kind of bring that into the atmosphere and the film
Mhm.
world. And it was a fun time. I enjoyed all the actresses in there. I can't think of her name. I'll look it up, but she was in the Welcome to Derry.
Mhm.
Uh, she did a fantastic job. Worked well off Kiki Palmer, and it was a fun time. So I gave it
Yeah.
3.5 stars on Letterboxd.
I also gave it 3.5 stars. This comes out May 22nd. Um,
Oh, nice.
so yeah, I would highly it was good. It was really good. It's also tighter, and you can see how much better he's become as a filmmaker in some ways,
Yeah.
and I like that. Cool. All right.
Yes.
That what number was that for you?
3.
All right. My number 3 was Over Your Dead Body.
Okay.
Over Your Dead Body is a horror comedy directed by Jorma Taccone, who is part of Lonely Island. Um, it stars Samara Weaving again and Jason Segel as a couple who is on the rocks. They go on a vacation to try and um, uh, fix things, and they are both secretly planning to murder each other. That is
Love it.
literally the tip of the iceberg. This thing just keeps going. This is one of my new favorite horror comedies ever.
Oh, okay.
I loved this movie. This movie was really funny. This movie was bloody and fucking gory as hell. This
Spicy.
thing is heartfelt as well. And when I say it's funny, it's not like one liner funny. So much of the comedy is based on context as well as character. And so like it's every character in this is doing something that their character would do. So like it makes it even funnier. There are some fantastic performances in this. Jason Segel and Samara Weaving are like really good. Their chemistry is through the roof, and they are fucking funny together. The action sequences in this movie, this is kind of like three movies. It's a comedy, it's an action film, and it's a home invasion movie. Like this thing is really well directed. Like everything is so clean and clear, and it's following the like formula you kind of expect it to, but it's also subverting your expectations along the way. This was a huge surprise. I thought this would be like good and then I'll forget about it. I loved this movie. This comes out April 24th.
Okay.
I just thought this thing was really, really, really good. And like of all these movies, this was number 3. Like this was the night after karaoke, and I left this movie theater like fully energized. I didn't fall asleep. Like this thing was awesome. So I loved this movie.
So it ignited your love of karaoke. That's what you're saying. That's what this movie did.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. Love that. I can't wait to see it. I've been trailers have been popping up for it within other horror movies that I've seen, and so I was really excited that you got to see it because it looks really good. So
it was really
can't wait till it comes out. Yeah, fantastic. So number 2.
I'm assuming that our number 2 is the same.
No, because you already said my number 2. It was Drag.
Oh, did you not see Leviticus?
No.
Oh shit, Leviticus is my number 2.
Okay.
I thought you did. Yeah, cool. Let's talk drag.
Okay. Talking about horror comedies, I was knocked off my feet in the best way.
I like the movie. So this movie is about 2 sisters who are robbing a house. One sister's back goes out and chaos ensues. This does not have a release date yet, but this was its premiere, so I'm hoping that somebody picks it up.
Yeah, me too, because I kept looking for when the release date, because I told all my friends about this movie.
It's going to be an overlook. I'm definitely going to watch this again.
Yeah. Man, Lizzie Kaplan, like, the physical comedy in this, I guess, is just something that I miss. I love a physical comedy moment.
And it's good in this one.
And it's good in this one.
Yeah, Lizzie Kaplan's in it. Lucy DeVito is in it. Danny DeVito produced it. John Stamos is in this movie. It's this movie, you have no idea where this movie is going. And it just keeps ramping up and getting crazier and more wild. It's like, it's a horror body. It's a body horror comedy in some ways. Yeah. It's genuinely funny. It's really intimate. I feel like it's gonna be done in a black box theater. Oh, I got to ask a question.
Yeah, because all of them were there for a talkback after. Yeah,
that was cool.
And so they took questions, and so it was. I loved it, and I didn't know anything about it going into it. Like I didn't even know it was.
I didn't know why it was called drag. Like I could have been anything.
Yeah. So I think that was also a nice surprise. Like not even having seen a trailer. I might start doing what you do, Brian, and like avoid trailers because
I mean it's more fun that way. Yeah. Also, just when you think you know what this movie is, you're kind of like, okay, is this gonna be the whole movie? It changes gears. Like the plotting and the like changes in what am I looking for? The like beats of this movie.
Yes.
The second that you figure it out along with it, it changes and you can't fall. You can't. You never get ahead of this movie, if that makes sense.
It's perfectly paced in that way. Because like you said, the minute that you think that you know, or the minute that you even slightly get tired of what's happening, something changes.
Yes.
Which I thought that is great.
Absolutely.
Too. Like the minute you kind of the thought creeps up, is it gonna be this the whole time? Nope. It's not. And the performances are excellent. Like it was just a great time. I loved it. And John Stamos was 3 rows behind us, so there's that. And then
also
Danny DeVito was there.
That was cool.
It was really cool. So I loved it. I gave it I think I gave it 5. Yeah, I gave it 5 stars.
Oh damn! I
It's
give
awesome.
it. Where is it? I give it 4 stars.
Yeah, it's
Um.
I want to see it 80,000 more times, and I
Mhm.
want to study it as an actor. It's great.
Yeah, it was really great.
Yeah.
Um. My number 2 is Leviticus.
Yes.
This movie is astounding. This movie knocked
Mm.
me off my feet. Um, this is an Australian horror movie. This is about a boy in a small Australian religious town um, who basically falls in love with another boy. And essentially, when the town tries to cure them of their feelings for each other, they start to see an evil entity that takes on the thing you most desire, and it's for them the other person. Um,
Mm-hmm.
this movie is an incredible queer horror movie, maybe one of the best. This is this is just a great horror movie. Um, this movie is eerie, scary, has some great sequences in it. But what I love that it does is that it takes fear, it turns it on its head. It's an incredible allegory for being afraid of the thing you want the most. Um,
Mm.
it is an incredible allegory for how you can recontextualize your fear, how you can form a new narrative around your fear. This thing's incredible. It's going to be again at Overlook, and I cannot wait to see this a second time. I This comes out June 19th.
Oh God. Okay.
I gave it 4.5 stars, and depending on my second viewing, because there's one plot point that I'm just like I couldn't get a grasp on during that viewing, and it kind of like distracted me a little bit. I could easily give this 5 stars after my second viewing, depending on if I just missed something in that plot point.
For sure.
Um, this
Yeah.
movie's amazing. We're definitely doing this for the podcast, 100%.
Yay! I'm excited, and it's
Yeah.
coming out during Pride Month, which is also
Oh
fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah.
There are no black people in it, but it also comes out on what's it called?
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth. But there's also like no black people in Australia. As someone who has been,
There you go.
um,
Yes, because the Hamilton tour was in Australia for a bit, and some of my friends were like, "What the hell is going on?"
yeah, totally.
Here?" Yeah.
Um, all right. I think I know our number one is the same. We saw it together, and
Yes.
all I can say is that we are obsessed.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Obsession.
Obsession is our number one.
Whew.
I think we both give it 5 stars.
Yes.
This comes out on May 15th. Your ass better be in a fucking seat. This is going to be the most talked about horror movie of the year. Curry
Yes.
Barker is making magic. It is about a man who makes a wish that his crush will love him more than anybody else in the world. Chaos ensues. That's all I'm going to say. This thing is fucking brutal. This thing is scary. This thing is funny as hell. It's very effective. The pacing is incredible. I literally cringed, jumped out of my seat. This movie does not pump the brakes at all. And every character is doing what this character would do in this situation as established in the movie. This movie is fucking crazy. And if you've seen his other stuff on YouTube, like The
Cereal
Chair
milk.
or Milk and Cereal, you know what vibe you're going for. And this once again revalidates and proves Jamie's theory that people with a comic background do horror better, or do are all coming up anyway. This one was
Yeah.
this was I mean this is perfect, right?
It is a perfect movie. I want to talk about our experience in the theater
Yeah,
watching it
sure.
with everyone. Because it was just such a nice like visceral representation of the movie, having everyone, like Bryan said, like we're all cringing in our seats, we're all jumping up at the things that are happening, we're all kind of hiding our eyes or like audibly like giving our reactions to things, and I think it enhance the experience. I know that the movie is still fantastic even without, like, even if I saw it by myself, I would still have the same feelings, but I just want to point out like how enhanced it was to also be experiencing this with a group of people and everyone like feeling the same things, cringing at the same time. It was just like
Yeah.
it was so fun. And to know that Curry Barker was, I mean, I can't imagine being a writer director and like hearing or seeing the audience like watch your debut movie and have those kinds of reactions. I mean,
Yeah.
it was gnarly in the best way, gory in the best way, and like Jamie's point, because of his comedic background, I think pacing, they just get pacing. Everyone who
Mm-hmm.
has a comedy background and does a horror movie just knows how to pace everything. And I
Mm-hmm.
think the jokes were also very organic. It wasn't like setting you up for a punchline. I think that as the comedy came, it, like you said, Bryan,
Yes.
felt natural and in the
Mm-hmm.
moment and of the character, and not just like
Mm-hmm.
a but like a it comes out of nowhere, but in the most organic way, which I also just really appreciated about the comedy
Yeah.
in this. Yeah, it's, I can't
And
say
I
enough great things about it.
and I will say, right now, this is my favorite horror movie of 2026. And
Yes.
I just, the only thing that could have dethroned it is maybe Leviticus, but I've seen it. I don't know. I don't know if anything could dethrone this at this point. It was that fucking good. And the hype, there was so much hype behind Obsession, and it
Mm-hmm.
and exceeded that. And we're
Exceeded.
adding to that hype right now by talking about it this way, but it really is that good. Like, it really
It
is.
is. And I can't wait when we go back to our year in review, because I know that this was on all of our lists as most anticipated, and I'm really
Mm-hmm.
hoping that it sticks as everyone's like number one
Yeah.
for the year. But it doesn't come out until May, you said?
May
Yeah.
15th. I can't wait to see this again. I'm seeing it again in
Same.
April with Overlook, and I can't wait to see it again. I'm like really excited
Oh,
to
yeah.
see it again.
I'm like gonna bring so many people to go see this. People who don't even watch horror movies. I'm like, you're coming to see this. We're gonna see this
Oh.
80,000 times. It's gonna be
Oh my
like
God.
another Sinners moment. Like,
Mhm. Yeah, for
I can't
real.
wait. Yeah.
Oh man, going back to Over Your Dead Body for a second, because it made me
Mhm.
think of it. I also cringed and jumped at some of the fucking brutal shit in that movie.
Mm.
There's one thing that happens in that movie where I literally like curled up in my seat.
Mm.
Just some of the same way that Obsession did that to me, especially. There's one sequence in the movie that the whole audience like was going to leave. Like, there's a brutal sequence in Obsession.
Mhm, 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 mhm.
Fucking crazy, wild, great movie,
It's
truly
and
great.
and also just like nails the ending. Like, just
Oh,
nails the
knocks it out of the
final
park.
beat
Mm-hmm.
of the ending. And just icing on the cake, like perfect ending for
Mm-hmm.
everything that happens in the movie. So
Yeah.
he Curry was stirring on this for a while. I want to know how long it took him to, or how long he had been working on this, because
Yeah.
I mean, he just figured it all out.
Curry's got
in
the
this
sauce.
one. He's got the sauce, and I can't wait to see more of his stuff. I'm really glad that I was introduced to Milk and Cereal before watching this to know his vibe.
Yeah.
So if you don't know Curry Barker's stuff,
That did
like
help.
Bryan mentioned, it helps.
Mm-hmm.
Just to know the tone of the director.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because then you get used to his pacing and his tone, and you can kind of just like jump into this one a little bit faster, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
great. Yes.
That's everything.
That wraps up our episode
Yeah.
of South by Southwest. Thank you all so much. Hopefully you get a chance to watch some of these movies. Maybe you're going to Overlook. Go find Bryan. Go talk to him.
Yeah. I'll be there,
Yes.
overlooking all the movies.
all the movies, and I'm excited for to see Bryan's recap on our socials. Speaking of, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Talk Horror Pod. And producer Bryan, where can they listen to us?
You can listen to us wherever you get podcasts. So that's YouTube. Hi, YouTube. You can find us also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Rate and review us there. 5 stars, please.
And thank you. And yeah, it's going to be a great year for horror. Super excited. It feels like the last couple of years, horror has been ramping up in the best possible way. And
They were just like pretty consistent.
Yeah, it is. And I know we'll talk about this in our other episodes, but I'm excited to also talk about how that's impacted award season.
Oh yeah.
this year. So, but I'll wait so that we can all have that discussion.
I will say the one thing I will add is it was really fun to be at this festival with horror people, with horror doing so well at the Oscars.
Oh God, yeah, I didn't even put that together. Oh
Yeah, it was cool.
No, that's great.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right.
What? We'll see y'all next time. Thanks. Bye.
Bye.